give you the same energy. It doesn't matter. We're here to celebrate Jesse Saron. This is a huge milestone, but before I begin, I guess I should say who I am, right? Because who's this crazy guy running around here? Yell at us. I am S. Brian Jones, and I am the program director for the Writing for Diversity and Equity in Theater Media Program. If you are here for the Macy's door sale, you are at the wrong place. But if you are here to celebrate Jesse Saron completing their senior capstone script, then you have stayed in the right place. A little business for everyone. If you have your handy dandy cell phone, will you please put it on silent or vibrate for us so we don't get a ring in the middle of our presentation today? The show will be recorded only for educational purposes. So you will not see yourself on the internet, any of my readers or actors. And so that our writers can then go back and really concretize their work afterwards. Because as we say in the program, even though they completed their manuscript to this point, it's a living document. So we'll continue to grow beyond this, beyond your feedback. And so we want them to be able to capture that as well as your feedback. A little bit about the Writing for Diversity and Equity in Theater Media Program. It is a program that began in 2021. I am one of the founding members of the program. It is a program sponsored by the Rothschild Foundation that was really looking to diversify writers' rooms. And so what we really want to do is create a program whereby people can tell their authentic stories and create them in their voice. It is an interdisciplinary major. Made of courses for film and screen studies, English, American Studies, and Writing for Diversity and Equity in Theater, as well as a minor the students choose to take. In addition to that, the students get to have activities all year of community service, social justice, and the guest person coming here in the room. And welcome. In addition to that, they go see Broadway shows. We bring in guest artists. We just had the film commissioner from Pennsylvania in just a week ago who give them career advice, and none of this an additional cost to the students. Our goal here in the Writing for Diversity and Equity Theater Program is to make the arts the next arts leaders, the next citizen artists. But we start all that by basing our program in community. So I want you just to take a moment, just to look around at each other in the room, because say hi if you see someone that you don't know, recognize. Okay, that's all good. We're gonna have time to talk back. Our basis for this program is community. And we want you to know that you are here in community to us today. All of our artists, we thank you. All of our readers, we appreciate you taking the time out. We know our little stipend that we give you is just enough to say thank you. We appreciate you supporting young artists, but also your bridge gap, because they're transferring out of college and they're meeting artists who are already out here doing the work. So remember that you are a bridge gap for this person as they move forward in their career. There will be a talk back at the end. The show runs for about 90 minutes with no intermission. If you should need to use the restroom, I'm just gonna ask you to go around the back and try to be as quiet as possible. I'll try to be there to assist. I will leave the talk back at the end and take any questions for you. The big thing that matters for the talk back is this year, new thing for alumni in the room, alumni, new thing. The winning script, so there are 5 senior capstones being presented. One capstone script will be awarded $1,000 to continue to have their work move forward past graduation. And that will be based on the talkbacks and your information that you put in. All right? And that will be done by me and the faculty, okay? Just so that you're aware of that. All right? Any other questions for me today? Phones are off. We know where the exits are. Should you need, go straight ahead through the door. Do not use the elevator. Go down the stairs for me, please. Thank you very much. And at this time, it is my privilege and pleasure, I'll talk more about Jesse at the end, I will not get sappy at the beginning, to bring to the floor someone that I've had the privilege to get to watch grow and mature into this wonderful, magnetic artist and writer who's going to do amazing things. Please put your hands together for Jesse Saron.
Everybody, my dear friends, my dear family, and my dear classmates. Thank you so much for coming to this, for supporting for me. My name is Jesse Saron, and I'm sure you all know who I am. I will keep this very brief. This work is titled Kain, and it is dedicated to my late grandmother. And this screenplay has been developed from my multiple experiences from my own childhood. And if you want to know more about the work, there is a little excerpt inside of your program that you are free to read. That is all I have to say, and thank you so much for coming, guys.
Alrighty. This is Kain, an original feature film by Jesse Saran. Exterior, Tondo District, slums of Metro Manila, 1990 morning. We see an empty street lined with suffocated homes, makeshifted with scrap metal, sheets of discarded plastic, and cement. The roads are made of gravel and trash. Near the shoreline stand more mismatched houses that are held up by molded wooden stilts. A rooster crows, and at once the empty streets are flooded with working people and children, stepping around the murky puddles. Despite the poverty, they can all smile for another sunny day. Up the road, we are led to a traditional wooden house with a roof made of hay-like leaves. A window is open to the kitchen with soft smoke billowing out. Interior kitchen contiguous. A rooster crows again outside. The ornate dark wood, as seen from the exterior, covers the whole house. A mother in her late 30s stands solitude at the kitchen counter, chopping up some vegetables as a few old pans sit on a burner next to her. She hums faintly as she quickly chops up some onion without tearing up. Her movements are skilled and natural.
What are you cooking, Mama?
Luluto ako ng paborito mo, Beatrice.
Yummy.
One of these days, tuturuan kita kung paano magluto ng ganito.
Promise?
Ako, kapag lumaki na, tulad ko.
You said only cada bayos go. Can I help, Mama?
No, okay lang po. Tungkulin ko ito eh.
But Mama,
The mother continues to tend to the food, her eyes unwavering. Suddenly, the young girl's hands goes to grab the pan.
Anak!
She drops everything and turns around suddenly and sternly.
Mama, Lola, Lola.
As the mother turns to scold the young child, she sees the young girl grow up before her eyes. She looks up to me eye to eye to Beatrice, all grown now and the same age as her. As we look back to the mother, she's now in her late 60s. In her eyes, we see the years that pass by. Cut to interior kitchen, West Covina, California, 2025, continuous.
Lola, I want to help.
Lola looks around shakily. The kitchen is much smaller, sterile and white. She looks out the window to see modern America and some familiar palm trees. Lola turns back to Beatrice to snatch the pan back. Her hands tremble.
Di pwede. Di pwede, no.
Lola bends over to pick up the knife, struggling. She turns back to the stove and continues to chop vegetables unevenly now.
Are you okay? Is there anything I can do?
Go get set the table.
Beatrice stares longingly at Lola like a denied child until she turns to grab a stack of plates. Down the stairs come AJ, a 14-year-old boy with a towel over his shoulder and dripping wet hair. Beatrice ruffles his wet hair and kisses him on the forehead. As AJ shakes his head like a wet dog, Beatrice yelps as she gets wet. As this all happens in the background, Lola plates the food quietly, brings it over to the table. Sardines, garlic rice, and some fried eggs, and a side of tomatoes.
Kain na!
The three sit down across from each other. Lola prays over her meal. Once she unfolds her hands, they dig in silently. At first it's peaceful, but the silence gets uncomfortable as they all avoid each other's gaze. AJ picks at his food, disappointed. Beatrice clears her throat, annoyed, as she notices AJ not eating. They argue silently across the table through their eyes and expressions. Their faces aren't enough to get the point across.
Why are you not eating?
AJ shrugs and looks down. He knows why.
I'm not hungry.
You always have an appetite. Eat a little before you go.
AJ whispers start to get louder.
I just don't want this right now.
We have this every morning. What's wrong with it?
Beatrice and AJ peek at Lola. Lola is focused on getting a fishbone out of her mouth, not paying attention.
That's the thing. We always have this.
Well, what do you want then?
I don't know. Something normal. Toast.
Toast? Anak, that's not enough.
I just don't want to get on the bus with fishy hands.
Anong problema?
It's nothing. Everything's delicious. Stop it.
But Mom, I don't want this.
Your Lola puts a lot of effort into making this every morning. Stop complaining. You know, some kids back in the Philippines have no...
No food. Yes, I know. I should be grateful. But we're here. I just want something different, like waffles or pancakes.
I'll make pancakes next week, okay? Just eat this for now.
What's wrong with the food?
Beatrice and AJ turn to look at Lola in fear.
Lola, no, AJ just wants to try something new.
I'll make it then. Ano yan?
No, because Lola will make it weird. Remember that one time she tried to make spaghetti?
You didn't like my spaghetti?
No, not really.
Bakit? I make food for you all the time.
And I end up going to school stinking like oil and garlic. It's embarrassing.
Are you embarrassed of me? Don't eat then.
Stop it. AJ, just eat, please.
No. If you don't like it, don't eat it.
Lola takes the plate away from AJ and gives it to Beatrice.
I just want something different. Is that so wrong?
No.
Yes.
The two look at each other in shock of the other's answers. Beatrice pushes the plate back towards AJ.
AJ, please, I need you to have this for now. I promise we will have something different tonight.
Really?
No. We have perfectly good food here.
We have been having leftovers for the past few days, Lola.
So what's wrong now?
Just this one time won't hurt.
What's wrong now? You don't like my food? You're embarrassed? You never were like this.
Lola, please.
Lola is getting extremely hurt by this.
So you're being stubborn. I make for you every single day since I came here. What do you want, huh? You don't want me. You don't want this. Tell me, what do you want? Why are you so embarrassed?
It smells.
What?
It smells. It's weird. I just want to go to school and not smell like cooking oil for once. You never asked me what I want. Maybe I don't want a 3-course meal for breakfast. Maybe I want to eat something different than have the same vat of concoction you just decided to make, and then we have to deal with it for the rest of the week. Maybe I want to have a say in what I eat. Maybe I just want some peanut butter and jelly on toast. Something that's just normal. Something that isn't this. Is that too much to ask, Lola?
AJ pushes his chair back and stands up. Lola pushes her chair back and gets up to match him. He is starkly taller than her.
You think I came all the way here to get your disrespect? Marami akong nilakbay. I'm away from my home para alagaan ka. You ang dahilan kung bakit ako nandito. Stubborn, ungrateful child.
Lola grabs her slipper and raises her arm. AJ stands defiantly. Beatrice grabs her arm and gets between them.
Stop. Stop. I've never seen the two of you like this before. Sit down, both of you. It's too early for this. AJ, eat your food, okay? Lola makes this with love. Lola, please be patient with him. He is just a kid.
Both Lola and AJ whip their heads around to look at Beatrice. The two look like they are about to explode in anger. Lola and AJ turn back to each other and erupt into argument, but it's like they are yelling at a wall. They overlap and won't let the other have the last word, not listening to a single thing of the other. The passed down stubbornness is showing. AJ storms upstairs. Lola is still yelling after him. AJ yells back down the stairs. She talks to herself and shakes her head disapprovingly. She walks away and goes into her bedroom. Both slam their door shut. Beatrice is alone at the table. She looks at the empty seats and at the plates that have never been so full before. She begins to clean up. Cut to interior kitchen a little later. Beatrice is in the kitchen washing up while humming a similar tune that Lola was before. She scrapes the leftovers into a container. AJ comes down the stairs with his backpack and sports bag. He slowly creeps past Beatrice, trying to avoid her.
Augustine Crisanto Jacinta.
Yes, Mom?
Put those things down and help me with the dishes.
AJ sheepishly puts his things down and comes over, picking up a plate and drying it with a rag. It's silent for a little.
Do you want to talk about what happened earlier?
Not really.
Well, I want you to apologize to Lola before you leave.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, you upset her very much.
But Mom, so you're saying I'm wrong now? Lola's always right? Doesn't it bother you?
If something is bothering you, you can talk about that with her nicely and not like that.
She never listens.
She's old. She's your grandmother.
That doesn't mean she's always right.
She does the things she does for a reason. She has always been like this, even when I was your age.
I don't get it. So she can't change? It makes no sense.
AJ, please.
No, I want her to apologize to me and to you. Ever since she got here, she bosses you and me around and expects us to just do whatever she says and eat whatever she eats. We used to have takeout, Mom. when it used to be just us. I miss when it was just us.
Beatrice turns off the faucet and sets down what she was doing. She turns towards AJ.
I need the two of you to get along and make up. You two need to get used to each other, whether you like it or not. She is my mother. She's your grandmother. Lola is staying for good, AJ.
Okay.
Beatrice tries to read her son's face. She pulls her son in closer and kisses his head.
You know you can always talk to me, right? No running away?
AJ buries himself into his mom's arms.
I just can't talk to her. I can't talk to her about anything. Every single time I try to, she takes it so personally, even if it isn't about her. Or even when I try to talk to her casually, she starts going on and on about herself and stories that I didn't ask to hear. I can't have an opinion anymore.
Beatrice pulls away a little.
Stop yelling.
I just want someone in this house to hear me out.
AJ, I am.
I thought you would, Mom, but I guess I was wrong.
AJ shrugs his mother's arms off his shoulders and leaves before Beatrice can say anything else. He snatches his stuff before he leaves, leaving behind a lunchbox on the counter.
Anak, you left your lunch!
Beatrice goes to run after him, grabbing the lunch and going out the front door. Exterior, Jacinta house continuous. AJ runs onto the bus, the doors close and it drives away. The front door to the house swings open. It's Beatrice holding the lunchbox. She's too late. She watches the school bus drive away and mouths, "I love you." She goes back inside. Interior kitchen/dining room continuous. Beatrice comes back inside and sets the lunchbox on the table. She goes back to doing the dishes. Lola comes out from her room with her sun visor and fanny pack ready to go out. She grabs her shopping trolley and starts to leave. The trolley wheels squeak as it rolls. It wasn't a secret it was AJ's attempts earlier. Beatrice looks over her shoulder.
Wait for me just a moment, Mama. I'm almost done.
Pupunta na ako, mag-isa ko.
What?
I will go by myself.
Why? Lola, we always go together. Are you sure you can go into the neighborhood by yourself?
Of course, yes.
No, I'm going with you.
I am very capable. Just don't do anything. Don't move anything. And don't cook in my kitchen.
Your kitchen?
Lola is still holding the same anger from the argument earlier and glares at her daughter. Beatrice withdraws. Lola slowly walks away, pushing her cart, leaving through the front door. It slams shut again. Beatrice stares at the front door, then looks out the window to watch Lola walking away. Lola looks around confused, unsure if she's going the right direction until she decides to take a left. Beatrice watches nervously, trying a plate in her hand. She watches a little too focused as she accidentally drops the plate and screams. Cut to interior school bus continuous. AJ gets on the bus and walks down the aisle of seats. The bus is packed with teenagers at varying maturity. As he walks past each seat, a growing look of worry builds. AJ makes it all the way to the back of the bus where he is happy to see two faces, Elijah and Noah, both young teens, 12 to 14. He fakes a smile and squeezes past them to sit near the window. He rests his head on the window and stares out melodramatically with his hood up. His eyes gloss over, and he tries to cover his face with his arms. The clamor of the school bus fades, until the audio fades back in. Elijah and Noah are screaming, trying to get Noah's attention. AJ is unreachable for a bit until
What? Ow!
he turns his head just as the bus hits a pothole. He bangs his head against the window. Cut to exterior Cali suburb sidewalk, continuous. Lola strolls alone for a while, tugging at her trolley. Young folk pass her by at a faster pace. A school bus hits a pothole as it passes by, causing sand and smoke to fly up into the air. The blazing sun glares. Transition to exterior slums of Metro Manila, continuous. Lola has a more confident pace, walking past crowds in the market. Smoke rises in the air from cooking vendors, sellers, yelling and advertising their goods. She greets many as she passes by, catching up with friends and neighbors. She knows how to select the best produce and how to get it at the best price. She spots a dark and tanned fisherman. He waves her over in her hand and hands her a bag with a large fish head.
Life is good, Beatricia.
Alam ko parang gusto ko.
I'm always thinking of you. I always say the best for you.
Magkano?
You paid already.
Did I?
The fisherman puts the bag in her hand and winks at her. Lola smiles and cradles the fish head in her hands.
Mabuhay.
I try.
As she makes her way out of the market with a full trolley, the fisherman watches her with a smile. Then, with a small handkerchief, he wipes the sweat on his brow. Lola walks through the dirt roads of residential streets with stray dogs following her sometimes. She shoos them away. She walks up to a quaint old wooden house at the end of the path. As she pulls at the door, she is met with some resistance. She pulls at the door harshly, but it doesn't budge. Lola? Lola? Lola turns to look at the person in modern clothes. The world around her changes. Transition to exterior Cali suburb sidewalk, continuous. Lola stands in front of the door of a closed corner store that has newspaper covering the windows. Lola is disoriented.
Ayaw bumukas ang pinto.
The store is closed.
No, it does not.
We
It
closed.
is not.
We closed last weekend. Lola shakes her head no. She looks up to the store only to be shocked to see all the windows covered up.
What happened?
The rent for the store has been going up recently. We don't make enough sales to keep the doors open.
You just told me. You have been here for a long time.
The neighborhood keeps changing ever since the new supermarket opened. All of our customers started going there.
Saan ako bibili ngayon?
I'm so sorry, ma'am. The shopkeeper clasps Lola's hands gently. Lola looks around again, lost.
Where do I go and knock?
Beatrice?
Yes?
Lola looks at the shopkeeper only to be startled. It's not Beatrice.
Where is she?
You came by yourself, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Lola lets go of the shopkeeper's hands. But there's another store. It's not too far. Lola walks away with her trolley as if in another world. The shopkeeper calls after her. Take care now. Lola doesn't seem to hear. The shopkeeper watches her concerned. In the distance, the warm-toned sun and smoke dances around Lola as she returns to her own world. Cut to interior kitchen/dining room continuous. Contrasting luminescent light emits from a fridge. It is fairly empty besides the large Tupperware of leftovers. The fridge door opens and Beatrice peers in, looking for something that isn't there. She squints and shuts the door. She dries her hands off and shuts the dishwasher with her foot. Beatrice goes to open the freezer and frozen meats, and plastic bags begin to fall, almost hitting her in the face. She holds up the frozen produce avalanche as she shuts the freezer quickly. Magnets and a photo fall off the fridge from the force. As Beatrice picks up the ornamental touristy magnets of different islands in the Philippines, she also gathers the school photos of AJ at varying ages. She finds an old Polaroid photo. In the yellow photo is Lola and a man with his face covered by a magnet, with a baby, Beatrice, seated in wooden chairs on the porch of their old home. She moves aside the magnet, picks it up, smiling. We are unable to see her father's face. She kisses it and places it back on the fridge. She grabs a broom and turns on some music, shuffling through the songs. She lands on Close to You by the Carpenters. She sweeps through the house, dancing with the broom. She hasn't had the house to herself in a while. She cleans up her son's messy bedroom and moves on to her mother's room. It's just recently moved in with boxes of clothes still folded. The only thing unpacked are photos and the cross that hangs above the bed. The sun shines onto the bed, smooth on the left side and wrinkled only on the right side. She sits on the wrinkled side, sighing.
Why must you be so difficult? Be careful out there, please.
Beatrice closes the door to Lola's room and sweeps all the dust and dirt into a pile until she grabs a vacuum to suck it up. She stares at the kitchen with a full mind. She decisively walks to the kitchen stove and turns on the flame.
I wonder if I can make it the same way she does.
Beatrice puts a pan down and pours some oil. She waits with a hand close to the oil, waiting for it to sizzle. It begins to pop. Cut to interior high school hallway, continuous. AJ pushes through the swinging doors with his hood up, grumpy. He surveils the other high schoolers walking past, the group of older girls on the other side on their phones, and the really cool jocks. His friends, Elijah and Noah, come into his view playfully. We see now that Elijah is the shortest of the bunch. Oh no, AJ is the shortest of the bunch. Elijah does that nod to the jocks and he is met with their approval.
Y'all saw that?
AJ tries not to break his moody demeanor by smiling until his stomach growls loudly. He crosses his arms, tightly holding his stomach.
Damn, boy's hungry though. I can tell he didn't eat. He doesn't smell.
I smell like BL, man.
AJ raises his armpit to smell himself.
I'm just playing J-Ski.
AJ punches Elijah in the arm playfully. Elijah, play fights with him back as they tussle.
Yo, AJ, you still giving me a ride home tonight?
Noah puts his arm around AJ, pulling him away from Elijah.
Yeah, after tryouts, right?
Oh, you just trying to hit on his moms, man.
That's gross.
AJ walks up to his locker and puts his bag away. He remembers he'd forgotten his lunch.
You think they got anything good for lunch today?
Who? The cafeteria?
Yeah.
What do you consider good?
I don't know, just wanted to try it for once.
Trust. Let me make my concoction for you.
Noah smacks Elijah's neck and shuts AJ's locker.
Don't listen to this dude unless you want to have the runs.
Man, let me cook. AJ, trust.
All right, Elijah.
AJ laughs. The bell rings and the hallway begins to clear out a bit. They head to class, AJ with a new pep in his step. The classroom door shuts. Interior convenience store continuous. The door chimes as it opens for her. Lola walks through slowly as the doors almost catch her. She walks up to the fish counter, looking at the fillets on ice. She examines closely at the glass. How can I help you, ma'am?
Do you have the head?
I'm sorry?
The head of the fish.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Where is it?
It doesn't come with the head.
What? Don't you get the headless fish?
They just come like that. Is there anything else you need, ma'am?
Just the fish head.
She shakes her head and walks away. She wanders through the aisles and stops to look at the towering shelves. She struggles to reach a can of condensed milk. She tries to get the attention of people walking past her. A man walks over to grab it for her. She thanks him, and then she looks at the price difference.
Expensive, right?
Organic. Tapos ano to? Synthetic?
Lola looks up at the man who helped her, a middle-aged Mexican man.
Thank you again.
Of course, brother. You know, there's a mercado down another block. Es barato.
Well, they have what I need.
She hands over the crumpled grocery list. He takes a good look at it.
Oh, of course. We got all this and more.
The man guides her out of the store and points her down the road.
Derecho?
Sí, derecho. Y luego ve a la derecha.
What?
The person looks at her confused, then laughs at the misunderstanding.
Sorry, yes. Go straight, then make a right.
What's your name?
Cristano.
Kumusta, Cristano?
Estoy encantado, Gabriel.
Lola looks at the man, confused as she thought he was Filipino. The man looks at her too, smiling at his same mistake. He waves her goodbye as Lola walks down the road. Again, interior kitchen continuous. A dull meat cleaver comes down with force. Holding the knife, Beatrice roughly saws at a cut of beef into uneven chunks. She gathers the pieces and plops them into the pan. As it quickly smokes up, she frantically turns down the heat. She looks through cabinets and cupboards for seasonings, reading a recipe on her phone, while also trying to keep an eye on the burner. She is not a natural like Lola.
A few tablespoons of soy sauce.
She rifles through the cabinet.
Do we not have measuring spoons?
She remembers countless times of Lola pouring in ingredients without any measurements.
Measure with your heart, right?
She tips a drop into the pan, waits a bit, and unsurely poured in more. The cup falls into the pan and she ends up pouring an absurd amount.
No, it's fine. Nothing wrong with flavor.
She takes a spoonful and blows on it to try the soup. She winces softly.
It's savable, maybe.
Back into the cabinet, she pushes aside jars of bay leaves, peppercorn, dried chilies, etc. All the way in the depth of the seasoning, she finds the brown sugar. She sprinkles the granisoles all over the meat as it starts to caramelize. She tastes the liquid now, concerningly. Beatrice burns her mouth. She groans and tosses the pan into the sink in a fit of rage. The stinging sizzling burns her feelings. Interior, Lola's bedroom, continuous. Beatrice moves some boxes aside and opens in search of something. She finds a manila envelope filled with old receipts, photos, foreign money, immigration documents, a birth certificate, everything except a recipe.
You would think she would have something written down.
Beatrice sorts through her mother's belongings, so caught up that the once clean room becomes completely messed up. She looks around at all the clothes and papers strewn on the bed.
Remember all the times Mama looked through my stuff? Imagine if she saw me now. Hypocrite.
She goes to sit in a worn wooden rocking chair, one similar to the one we've seen at their old house. She looks through picture books with multitudes of Beatrice. We watch her grow up as she flips through the pages. From when Beatrice was a kid with a toothy grin to one from her 18th birthday party, sitting uncomfortably in a large, sparkling debut gown. She laughs.
Oh my god, I used to get so annoyed when Lola would take these pictures, but now it's all here.
She flips to the back of the book where a small envelope pocket is. Looking inside, she sees a folded photo. Partially unfolding it, we see Lola in a white filled banana. She secretly pockets the photo and shuts the book. Putting the photo book back under the bed, she goes to the kitchen, ready to start all over again. This time, she tries from memory. She closes her eyes to remember when she was younger, so small that she had to stand on a chair to help Lola cook. She watches Lola touch the oil daringly to check if it is hot enough to fry. Beatrice smiles, remembering until she remembers when she herself tried to touch the oil. Lola smacked her. Beatrice doesn't remember what she said, but she remembers it had hurt. She opens her eyes again, only to see how finely cut the garlic is. She moves the garlic aside to begin peeling the onion skin.
She never liked talking about the harder times. She's too prideful for that. When we were caught in storms and food ran low, I still think sometimes she's stuck in survivor mode.
A few tears fall on the chopping board as she chops.
She was a good mother. She is a good mother. I don't know about myself. I don't even know if I'm a good daughter.
We hear a young girl wailing. Off screen, we hear a smack, and the crying stops. Beatrice flinches a bit.
Only weak people cry. Are you weak?
No.
Another smack.
Speak clearly. I sent you to school to speak properly. Now answer me.
I am not weak.
Good. You're like your mama.
Beatrice takes a deep breath as the memory fades away.
I am weak, Mama. And I'm not like you. And that's okay.
She gently puts the onion and garlic into some sizzling oil. It pops a bit on her skin and she recoils. She continues to saute and fans it gently with a hand fan, controlling the heat and smoke. An image identical to the beginning sequence of Lola. Interior high school classroom. A projection of historical map of California alongside significant years and historical dates. Timeline of immigration to the United States is titled across the head of the presentation. The teacher walks in front of the board, almost blinded by the projector lights. Can someone tell me why the presentation zooms onto the timeline of the immigration in the United States, is significant to this or us? The presentation zooms to California. The globe illuminates the faces of the students, diverse in all their aspects, including their interests in the topic. Some look bored out of their minds, some look intrigued and ponder on what the answer is. AJ, Elijah, and Noah all look mildly confused. Whispers and murmurs fill the room. AJ flips through his textbook on his laptop, searching for some sort of answer. Noah looks over.
Dude, is this like a trick question or what?
I don't know, I can't find anything in the book. Should I just look it up?
The two look towards Noah, who gasps excitedly.
You found it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
The two look over at Noah's screen. On Noah's laptop is his avatar, holding a glowing golden rifle. Elijah and AJ look back at Noah unamused.
What? Hey, I've been trying to parkour this rifle for the whole period.
Noah Acosta, do you know? Noah jumps and quickly shuts his laptop.
Could you repeat the question?
Elijah face palms while AJ snickers in his seat. Were you not paying attention?
No.
No one knows, is what this guy means.
Noah's eyes flick around, grabbing the key components from the projection. The title, the diagram, the globe on the teacher's desk, the pretty girl looking at him. Back to the title.
Didn't immigration, contribute to Californian history or something like that?
Tell me more. The history teacher smiles and takes a seat.
Well, didn't we learn last week about the gold rush and the railroad stuff? I mean, people were flocking to America to get a quick buck.
Who were these people?
Laborers, miners, and people to do the dirty work and get the gold and build the tracks.
You were right there. Keep going.
They were the immigrants, like the Mexican, Irish, and Chinese.
Well, it was mainly labor that was the cause for immigration in California. I mean, look at the dates. They correspond with dates of major world events, like the economy and war.
Yes, and that creates opportunities. That, students, is how California's first cities boomed, and how immigration from the individual workers to their families began in the U.S. California was built by immigrants. The history teacher dims the projection lights and turns the overhead lights back on. Students squint their eyes, some awake from their slumber, affected by the sudden change. Noah looks back at AJ and Elijah and brushes the imaginary dust off his shoulder, flaunting. Now, where am I going with this? For your midterm, I want you to document a moment in your family history that you have moved. It could be across state lines, around neighborhoods, or even entire countries. And if your family has stayed in the same place for as far as they can remember, tell me why. About links. Before you all run out, I want you to start your research this week. Talk to your family, ask them questions, learn about their lives. Their past informs your present. Now, get out of here. Students, begin to pack up and leave the classroom.
Man, I do not know what to do.
You wanna know what I think you should do? Kiss my ass.
Noah does a little celebration boogie.
I don't know how your dumbass pulled that off back there.
Don't doubt my genius, boy.
The trio walks into the hallway, filled with teen traffic. Elijah stops, causing them to bump into each other.
So what you gonna do?
For what?
The project?
Acting like you aren't gonna start it the night before it's due.
Man, you so lucky you got to live with your grandmother. You could just bring her in for show and tell.
Yo, put some respect on his abuela's name. She makes some fire plátanos. What does she call him again?
Her, no, don't even bring her up right now.
AJ picks up his pace. Noah and Elijah look at each other with a look of concern, then shrug it off and run after. Interior high school library continuous. AJ sits down at a computer and tosses his backpack aside. He huffs and puts his head down.
Don't talk about Lola like that.
His stomach growls loudly, his face flushes, voices float and overlap around his head like an angel and a devil of guilt.
Stubborn, ungrateful brat.
She's your grandmother. She does these things for a reason.
Why are you so embarrassed?
Their past informs your present.
Lola is staying for good, AJ.
Tell me, why are you so embarrassed?
Doesn't it bother you?
The voices echo around and get louder as AJ gets more frustrated.
Shut up!
The voices cease. The whole library looks towards AJ. As AJ realizes, he receives a few shushes or nasty glares from other students.
What did I say?
AJ looks up to realize Noah and Elijah have been standing around him for some time. AJ's face flushes from embarrassment. He pulls at the drawstrings of his hoodie, causing his hood to restrain his face, only leaving his mouth exposed. He softly bangs his head against the table as the monitor flickers on. Elijah grabs AJ's shoulders and shakes them.
Cheer up, man. Look, we only got one more period into lunch, and football tryouts are after school today.
Elijah points towards the computer monitor, displaying the school paper. It advertises for football tryouts and has an image of the senior jocks as we saw them from the hallway earlier. AJ looks upward. Noah grabs his head and swivels it towards the screen as AJ loosens the drawstrings. The three boys look at the image and wonder. They could be as cool as them someday.
Yo, we gotta make a pact.
The boys huddle around as footballers do.
We all are gonna make it into that team today, and if for any reason they exclude even one of us because they fail to see our awesome potential, then we all tap out. It's either they get all of us or none of us.
Yeah. You hear that, J-Ski? We can't have you slacking. No time for mopey-dopey stuff.
AJ pauses for a moment and swallows hard. He's shoving his emotions down. He cracks a smile.
If anything, I'm gonna be carrying all of y'all.
That's the AJ we know.
The three bump fists, then bump foreheads, their own stupid handshake. They all exclaim in pain, which transforms into laughter. Shh! The three look towards the librarian, mouthing sorry. Transition to interior, mom and pop grocery store day. A bell chimes. A door opens as Lola walks into the narrow store. She smiles and waves at the very young girl at the cashier's counter. The young girl waves back. Lola moves forward to look at the shelves stocked to the brim with an assortment of spices, different canned meats, grains of rice, and more. Lola picks up a few items, squinting at the labels. Mexican imports. She can recognize a few things she's familiar with. La lechera, tamarines, chaoit, fried pork rinds, overripe plantains, bay leaves, and adobo seasoning. She puts a few things in her cart and walks up to the counter, expecting to see the little girl again. The cashier's counter is empty. She peers over the counter.
Naglalaro ka ng mag-isa mo ng hide and seek?
A bell chimes once more. Lola turns around towards the door to see a familiar face smiling at her.
Hola, Lola.
Ay, Cristano, I don't know you. You will meet me here.
Because I work here.
Here? Is this all yours?
Cristiano walks over to the counter and leans on it.
Can't a businessman advertise? This is my pride and joy. Other than this one over here. Look, come here, come here, sweetie.
He waves over the young girl as she runs to hug him. He picks her up and he holds her.
This is my daughter. I have an older son too, but in school. This establishment supports their future.
The little girl smiles and waves again at Lola as she did before.
Ang ganda-ganda. You're so pretty.
Lola pinches her cheeks in adoration.
You remind me of my daughter when she was little.
Lola turns around to gesture for someone to come forward, only to remember again that Beatrice isn't with her.
Oh, that's right. My daughter, she's home. She always come to do shopping with me.
Why not today?
Lola frowns. In her glossy eyes and crow's feet, she almost doesn't remember why she was upset this morning. Her eyebrows furrow. She remembers AJ yelling, muffled, until it clears up.
Is that too much to ask, Lola?
Lola shakes her head.
My daughter also has a son like you. He's in school. I'm sure yours is sweet.
If sweet is what you want to call it. He's a handful, especially when he's with those friends of his. That's just kids these days. But the kid tries hard. He's a good kid. Like I'm sure yours is too. I think boys are hard-headed.
Lola ponders on his words.
What am I doing? Here, let me ring you up.
Christiana puts his daughter down and begins ringing up Lola's items.
Okay, that is going to be $21.75. Let me back that for you, and just for you, I won't charge for this.
Christiana holds up a single-use plastic bag. The two laugh. Lola digs up into her fanny pack for some money. She begins counting, but keeps losing track. Her hands shake. Lola places down a stack of crumbled $1 bills. Cristiano begins to count it.
Well, I know I said my store is cheap, but it's not that cheap. You're short $4.75.
Lola looks at the money and tries counting it again. She gives him more money. Cristiano thanks her and gives her the change. Lola shakes her head again.
No change for all the trouble I've given you. No
Please,
change.
please.
He places the money in her hands and gently folds her fingers over it. She shoves it back towards him.
For your daughter, it's not much.
Cristiano knows he can't win. He softly obliges and calls his daughter over, and he gives her the money. He whispers in her ear,
What do you say to her?
"Thank you." Lola crouches down to the little girl with difficulty. She holds up her hand gently towards the little girl's face and teaches her how to manopo. Her little hands grabs onto the weathered hands of Lola and places her forehead onto the back of Lola's hands. In Lola's eyes, we see a young Beatrice's reflection. She misses her own little girl. Lola stands up again, a little wobbly. Cristiano helps her get up.
Oh, be careful.
Exterior, mom and pop grocery store. Cristiano opens the door for Lola as she exits. He waves with gusto as she leaves. Lola waves back. As Cristiano goes back into the store, Lola looks up into the clear sky. The sun blazes directly above her. Cut to interior kitchen, dining room, continuous. Beatrice sets down a steaming serving of dinner blonde. She sits in solitude at the table and stares at the dish. The dish stares back at her. It almost looks unappealing. She looks towards an antique clock with an image of the Last Supper looking down on her.
It's time for her lunch. Where is she? She should have been back by now.
She pushes her seat back and races towards the window to peek outside, eyes starting around. Down the street is a bus stop. She watches the bus door open and a few people come out. The door bus closes and the bus drives off. Her heart quickens as she sees no sign of Lola. She grabs her keys and slips off her house slippers clumsily as she puts on some sneakers. As she opens the door, she's greeted by Lola standing at the front door with a full trolley of groceries. Beatrice lets out a sigh of relief and tightly hugs her mother, happy she's home in one piece.
Pangit ka naman.
Lola laughs laughs and pushes past as Beatrice clings on like a child.
Aren't you going to help me?
Yes, I will.
Beatrice unwraps her arms and bends down to grab the plastic bags.
Have you been cooking?
Beatrice freezes in fear.
Why didn't you tell me?
Nana, I'm so sorry, but before you get mad, I just wanted to try and make something you used to make all the time. I know you don't like it when...
Lola takes a spoonful of taste. She savors the flavor and closes her eyes.
Sarap.
What?
Yeah, masarap. May rice ba tayo?
Beatrice freezes, mouth agape. Lola raises an eyebrow and gestures for Beatrice to grab her some rice. Beatrice tosses the groceries aside and scoops a hefty serving of rice onto a plate for Lola. She gives her the plate and sits across from her. Lola serves her more diniguan, pouring it over the rice and eats contentedly. Beatrice watches her eat expectantly, holding her breath as her heart beats loudly.
Maaari ito magkaroon ng kunting suka.
Beatrice lets out a sigh and laughs. She's overjoyed at her mother's approval.
What are you doing? Kain na.
Lola passes a plate over to Beatrice. Beatrice makes herself a plate and has a bite. She closes her eyes. They eat together, silently. Beatrice shuffles as she takes another bite.
You have to show me next time.
All right.
Promise?
Lola places another spoonful of food in her mouth. Eager for a response, Beatrice gets up.
Why don't you show me now?
What? Can I finish eating first?
Okay, but you promise right after you're done.
Lola shrugs. Beatrice sits back down and scarfs her food. She grabs the empty plates and begins to wash up. Her brows furrow as her face contorts with dissatisfaction.
Why did you never teach me before?
What do you mean?
Do you remember when I was little, when I burned my hand and you said you would teach me how to cook when I got older? You still haven't done that yet. You don't even let me help you in the kitchen anymore.
No, there's no need. I'm still going to be here for a while.
That's not what I meant. Don't you think it would be nice for your daughter to cook for you? All this time I've been teaching myself the things you never showed me, and still I don't know if I'm getting it right. I have my own son too, and I want to cook for him too. I want to be a good mother. Maybe if
Beatrice turns around to look at Lola, who has begun clearing the table.
I cooked more for him, more of our kind of food, I think he would like it more. He wouldn't be so embarrassed. Wouldn't you like that, Nanai? A break from the kitchen?
Then what am I supposed to do? Huh? Nothing.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember the restaurant?
The restaurant?
A restaurant. You don't remember? Or maybe not. You were too little.
Lola sits back down.
Your father and I, we owned our very own restaurant. We would grow our he would grow our vegetables, catch our fish, raise the roosters and chickens, and I kept the place running in the kitchen.
The modern white kitchen transforms into a humble open kitchen mom and pop eatery with a few tables and mismatched plastic chairs. Lola and the dining table remain in the middle of the restaurant as she spectates. The restaurant door swings open. The fisherman, Beatrice's father, steps in with a wide grin and a large fish head in a plastic bag. He holds out his arms and happily rushes forward past our Lola. The fisherman runs to greet younger Lola, who is busily scrubbing the char off a large iron pan. He kisses her forehead.
I cook for everybody in that town, using what my mother taught me. For the fishers and the farmers who needed a hearty meal. For school kids to get together, or for people who didn't have a place to call home. I poured my heart into every single dish to make everybody who ate it feel appreciated. What's the word? I was important. I was happy. We were happy. I couldn't ask for more.
Lola looks around, feeling nostalgic.
What happened?
As Lola looks towards Beatrice, the restaurant fades away. She sits back in the modern kitchen.
Well, after a while, Tata wanted us to have a kid. He always wanted one of his own. He would ask me every month if we could, and I always said, "Do not trash that time God has given us.
Lola smiles wistfully. Beatrice looks down, guilty.
Before I knew it, years passed, and your tatay became word we wouldn't be able to have a child anymore. We didn't want to miss the chance. I stayed in that kitchen even until my belly was bigger than a watermelon. When I gave birth to you, it felt like time started to rush by me. One moment I held you in my arms. The next moment you were walking. You grew up too fast. Did you know you took your first steps in that restaurant?
Beatrice moves towards Lola to kneel in front of her. From Lola's point of view, her vision is blurred. After a blink, what once looked like Beatrice walking was now a toddler taking her first steps and reaching towards her.
We sold the restaurant so I could give you a better life, but I never give up cooking. I always gave up food to our neighbors because I couldn't stop cooking in such big portions. Being in that kitchen, I felt needed. I don't remember much after that. You just got so big in an instant, and then you left.
Lola tears up.
I'm scared no one will need me anymore.
Beatrice hugs Lola tightly.
Don't say that, Nanay. I need you. And AJ needs you. You don't need to do anything, just don't go anywhere.
Lola's hands tremble as she hugs Beatrice back.
Does that mean I will never go back home? Every day I feel like my mind is slipping. What if I'm unable to remember anything? My home, the restaurant, Tatay. I can forget your Tatay. Just maybe if we visit him again, you can come see him. I just want to see his face again.
Beatrice lets go of her mother.
Tatay is...
Beatrice takes a deep breath. Cut to interior high school cafeteria day. AJ busts through the cafeteria door.
I'm starving.
AJ gets in line excitedly with a lunch tray, but after seeing the slop placed on his tray, his excited face quickly turns sour. He slams his tray on the cafeteria table and slumps down. He picks at it with a plastic fork and examines it. It drips off his fork in an unappetizing glob. Across from him is Noah, ripping open his brown paper bag and quickly unwrapping a samita. Elijah quickly comes along and sits down with his fast food bag and a fry already in his mouth.
Yeah, I already know how it plays out here. That's why,
He flaunts a McDonald's hamburger in front of AJ.
You're so lucky to have McD's for lunch.
Seeing your chewed up food isn't making this any more appetizing for me.
you know, low-key, I'm kind of tired of it. You guys are so lucky your parents have the time to even make you food. I'm jealous.
Never in my life have I heard someone say they're tired of French fries.
Noah leans over and snatches a fry from under Elijah's nose. AJ watches sadly. Noah sees his sad look.
Want some?
Noah goes to grab another fry, but Elijah slaps his hand.
Ow!
How?
Nah, I'm good.
AJ looks back down at his slop and swallows hard.
I'll pay you $5 to eat that.
Only 5? You couldn't pay me to eat that crap.
AJ shoves his tray away from him.
Yeah, no.
AJ grabs the chocolate milk carton and begins to drink it. He spits it out quickly to find out it's expired. Noah laughs like a hyena, almost choking on his food. Elijah starts cackling at Noah, gives him a hard pat on the back. AJ, completely fed up, gets up, tosses the whole tray in the garbage. He sits back down, crossing his hands and pouting, until he sees a quarter of Noah's sandwich and a couple of Elijah's french fries in front of him.
You know, man. You know he wouldn't leave you hanging like that.
AJ quickly scarfs down the food, in one hand the sandwich and fries in the other.
Thanks, guys.
AJ gives a big toothy grin similar to his mother's. Stuck in his 2 front teeth is a shred of lettuce. His stomach growls still.
What would you do without us?
I don't know, probably die.
Sudden cut to interior kitchen, dining room, continuous. Back to where we were before, a plate shatters. Lola stares back at Beatrice, eyes searching beyond her. Her eyes are glossy, and her hands grip the table.
What?
Beatrice stares down at her feet, looking at the plate in pieces.
No. Wala kang B. Nandito lang siya.
Lola gets up, searching.
Where are you going, Nanay?
Lola stumbles into her bedroom as Beatrice yells after her.
Mom.
Interior, Lola's bedroom, continuous. Lola tears up her bedroom, searching for something. She falls onto the floor to see a book underneath her bed. She grabs it and flips through the pages frantically. Beatrice runs into the room, seeing her mother on the floor.
Nanay, my God.
As Beatrice goes to help her up, Lola violently clutches the book.
No, let me go. I need to go to him.
You can't. Mom, it's been almost a decade. Please, you have to remember.
Lola flips to the back of the book and digs in the empty envelope.
Where is it?
Beatrice grabs Lola's arms and attempts to convince her to sit up. Lola writes, hitting Beatrice's face in the process. Beatrice, fed up, grabs Lola by the shoulders.
Nanay, stop it.
Interior, high school cafeteria, continuous. AJ, Elijah, and Noah play with the hamburger wrapper folded into a triangle. AJ flicks the triangle wrapper across the table between Elijah's index fingers, shaped like a goal.
Boom.
Elijah shrugs.
Light work. But now it's time to advance to the next level, y'all. No more kidding around.
Elijah props his fingers up again. AJ flings the triangle wrapper again. Mid-flight, Noah comes up and slaps it down.
Yeah, because I'm gonna slam dunk on your ass.
Noah, that's basketball, dummy. And I wasn't even talking about that. Like, I'm talking about the tryouts.
Oh. Yo, we're gonna kill those tryouts. They won't even see us coming.
Didn't you say you weren't even supposed to go to tryouts?
Yeah. I lied to my dad. I told him I was going to your house instead.
Why? Does he have some personal vendetta against like football or something?
Nah, I'm just always busy after school helping him out and taking care of my little sister. She always gets me into trouble. I'm not her personal caretaker.
Dude, my older brother always is up watching after me when I can take care of myself. Like, I'm the big 1-4 now. My mom doesn't even trust me to be alone in the house.
Elijah and Noah look at AJ. He shrugs, not knowing what to say.
It must be so fun having a room to yourself. I wish I were an only child.
It's cool, I guess.
Nah, AJ got no daddy. He's out buying milk.
Shut up, Eli. He's not busy pissing my pants and getting my diaper changed by my big brother.
How come you never invite us over anymore?
I don't know.
He knows. AJ crosses his arms.
It's probably Eli's fault. He keeps hitting on his mom.
Elijah kicks Noah under the table.
Ow!
Didn't your granny move in with you recently?
Yeah, she's embarrassing.
Not mine. I love my granny. And I wish she lived there.
But mine isn't like yours. She's strict. Half the time, I don't know if she can understand me.
Ooh. Grandmommy issues.
I'm being serious.
Don't doubt, my granny is strict too. You know, break her vase and I get whooped by a wooden spoon.
Or La Chancla.
Elijah and Noah tremble. AJ remembers from the morning when Lola almost hit him with a slipper.
You don't hate your Lola, grandma, for that.
Huh? No. It hurts a lot, but, you know, it's just tough love. I deserved it anyway. I mean, I broke her mom's vase. I mean, I offered to glue it back together, but she just started crying. I didn't know what to do. I kind of felt bad. If anything, I'm shocked she didn't hate me for that. Like, if she broke my Xbox, I would be livid. Like, why? Did she break your Xbox?
AJ thinks long and hard. He remembers the times when she scolded him over nothing, and the dozens of dishes he hated, and then he remembers how she always cuts up fruit for him after.
No, I don't hate her. I think I'm done.
Yeah. I think you're right.
For what? Dude, did you break her mom's vase too? I told her it wasn't just a me thing.
What? No, Elijah, that is a you thing.
Oh.
I made a mistake. I need to go home and apologize to her.
The bell rings. The students begin to flood out of the cafeteria. They all get up, AJ with a confident pace.
And how are you supposed to do that?
I'll call my mom to pick me up.
What about tryouts? She promised we were all gonna make it. We even bumped heads.
AJ stops. He looks at his friends, the two people he can be authentically himself.
Maybe it can wait then.
Yeah. You got all night afterwards.
They all walk towards the next class.
Should I write a card?
Noah and Elijah look at each other, unsure how to break the truth.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And we only got 3 periods left.
They opened the door and scribed Biology 101 into the science lab.
So, does that mean we can come over tonight?
No.
They all take a seat as class starts. As the class periods pass, we see AJ scribbling on the back of worksheets, trying to write an apology. Paragraphs of writing are crossed out. AJ sits there, chewing on his pen, staring at the words, "I'm sorry." AJ types on his iPad. Search bar. How to apologize to your grandmother. The cursor flashes, hesitation to press enter. Cut to interior, Lola's bedroom, continuous. Beatrice digs into her pocket and pulls out the photo, shoving it in front of her mother. Once Lola sees her late husband's face, she immediately stops writing and gently grasps the photo.
He's gone, Mom.
Lola sobs.
Hindi siya pwede mawala. I can see him so clearly. Siya na. Like, isang liwanag sa ulap. Everything else, I know wala without him.
Beatrice sits next to her. She takes a breath to say something, but Lola's sobs grow more labored. Lola takes the photo and stumbles into the living room. Beatrice follows. Lola can't bring herself to say it.
I experienced his death already. We both did. It never will get easier telling you over and over again. I don't think you remember, but Tatay and I fought before I left the Philippines. He thought I was running off to another country to be with a man he never approved of. I told Tatay he was being silly, and then I had AJ here, alone. I wanted to tell him he was right. I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Tears roll down Beatrice's cheek, knuckles white from clutching a fist.
But I never got to. He died. Before I left. And I wasn't there. I wasn't there for him or for you.
You weren't.
I know.
It's too late. You didn't even see his grave.
I know.
I know. You don't know. You don't know what it's like to have a husband.
Beatrice is taken aback.
You don't think I remember that? You ran off to America for this man. And where is he now?
Don't mention him.
Why? Why shouldn't I? At least I know how to keep a husband. I'm speaking truthfully now. How is AJ supposed to be raised without a father?
Lola turns on the TV and squints at the buttons. She mumbles to herself, trying to change the channel. Beatrice watches with her hand on her hip.
Don't change the subject. I don't need him to raise my son.
What do you mean? Of course you do. You don't even discipline yourself properly.
And what do you want me to do? Spank him? Ignore him? No.
Your son needs to learn to respect me. Or did he learn that from his mother too? Be a good example. Talk some sense into that boy.
Lola fumbles with the TV remote, accidentally muting it.
How do I make this work?
Mom, turn the TV off.
Don't tell me what to do if you don't listen to me.
You're the one who's not listening. Don't discipline me for something that already happened.
Interior, high school classroom, continuous. AJ deletes the text, he retypes, "How to apologize" in Tagalog. He reads a forum post. There is no word in Tagalog that exactly means sorry. Many Filipinos will say it in the English language and adding "boy" to add more respect. Pasensya na, which can translate to "please forget your anger" or "please let it go," are alternatives. Culturally, many Filipinos say sorry, not to admit fault or guilt, but as a way to mitigate anger from the other party. Many of us struggle with accountability and will show one's sorry through kind actions to make up for the trouble. However, we still often do not admit to the wrong made in the first place. AJ puts his iPad face down.
There goes that idea.
He thinks, eyes shut tight and fingers pressed against his temples, praying that the answer will appear in front of him. He opens his eyes. "I'm sorry" is all that's on the page. He huffs, crumbles up the piece of paper, and tosses it aside. He opens a notebook to a fresh page. He imagines every scenario where his apology could go wrong.
Pasensya na. Unang punto na ako sa'yo.
Lola smacks him with a slipper in a cartoonish manner. AJ waves away the thought. He imagines if he cut up a plate of fruit for her.
Ano ang dapat kong gawin dito?
Lola throws the plate of fruit at him, followed by a slipper. AJ again pushes the thought out. The bell rings and students excitedly leave the classroom, marking the end of the day. AJ heads towards his locker and grabs his backpack and sports bag. He takes a look at his phone to see a text from his mom,
Good luck. You got this.
followed by a gif of a cat giving a thumbs up. AJ recalls how he left that morning.
Oh my god, I'm such a horrible son.
AJ begins to write out a text back.
Thanks. Love ya.
You call your mom mommy still?
Noah sneaks up behind him and snatches up AJ's phone. He passes it to Elijah, who goes through his phone. AJ jumps up to try to swipe it back, but Elijah holds the phone far above AJ's height.
Not cool, dude.
Elijah takes selfies on AJ's phone. Noah poses in them as AJ comes out blurring the photos. AJ climbs up Elijah and snatches his phone back.
Alright, headed to the locker room now.
Me too.
The two boys start walking away. AJ hesitantly looks at his phone.
You coming, JC?
Yeah.
The three walk towards the locker room. We see on AJ's phone as he walks that he never sent the text back. He left his mother on red. Cut to interior living room continuous.
He changed. I know he did.
I don't mean your husband.
Ex-husband.
Sure, your type changed after you left, but you wouldn't know anything about that. You never even called.
I should have. I'm sorry. I was scared.
Oh, what? We are family.
It's not that simple.
Lola looks past Beatrice, trying to unmute the TV. Beatrice stands in front of the TV, blocking her view.
Move!
Can't we have a conversation without the TV? Have a normal conversation?
Lola looks away from Beatrice.
Just say it. You know I'm a bad mother.
That catches the attention of Lola.
I know you do. You mean it under everything you say. I'm sorry that I don't want to beat my child into submission. That his father isn't around. I can't control that. But I can be there for him. You act like this is easy when you know it's not. No one teaches you how to be a mother, but everybody loves to tell you that you are doing everything wrong.
Beatrice's hands shake. She loses her composure. She shouts, tears forming at her eyes.
And you know what? Just for once in your life, I thought you wanted to change. But you can't even admit that you're wrong. Ever. You can't even say sorry to your grandson. Matter of fact, you can't even say sorry to me.
You were never like this as a child.
I'm not talking about then. I'm talking about right now. The present. I'm not a child anymore.
I'm still your mother.
Lola sternly raises her voice. She remains seated, looking up at Beatrice. She holds the power.
But I'm still your daughter.
I did everything for you because I love you.
I know, you do so much. I know how that feels now, giving your all. And it still isn't enough.
Ibig mo sabihin kulang ang ginawa ko?
No, you don't understand.
I'm trying my best to understand.
You weren't there when I needed you to be. When AJ's father left me.
Pinalagkan mo ako dito kung may kailangan ka, ha? Now, you gonna send me to a nursing home?
No, I would never do that. I brought you here because I had to take care of you. After Tatay died, what else was I supposed to do? Did you want me to leave you alone there, doing God knows what?
Beatrice turns around to unplug the TV.
I didn't mean to yell at you, but sometimes I feel like you never want to listen to me. I don't want this to be the only way you hear from me. I don't want you to think you don't understand the importance of this, all of this, to me and to my son. He's growing up in a completely different place that neither you nor I even belong to. And yet, he tries so hard to feel like he belongs. And in that effort, he thinks the problem is him. And ignoring who he is, that's not the solution in his head. That's the solution in his head. I'm not saying he's right, but still, he has time to learn, to grow. And I want you to be a part of that. I'm not running away again, no. And I don't want to make AJ feel like this is the only way out. And then if this is what I have to do, then
Beatrice turns around. The couch seat is empty.
Mom,
Beatrice looks around, first walking into Lola's room. She looks under Lola's bed, in her closet, in the bathroom, not there.
where did you go?
Beatrice looks upstairs, in AJ's room, not there.
You can't ignore me by avoiding me.
Beatrice goes into her own bedroom, not there.
This is not funny anymore, Mom.
Beatrice checks every other possible place in the house, screaming for her mother. Her heartbeats race. The cell phone rings, cutting through the noise. Beatrice picks up the phone, trying to contain her composure.
Hi. Yes, this is she.
As Beatrice listens during the call, she walks over to the front door, looking down at the shoes near the door. Lola's shoes are still there. Still suspicious, Beatrice opens the front door, down the front steps, fresh footprints in the grass. Lola is missing.
Oh, God.
Exterior high school field earlier. A group of young teens, including Elijah and Noah, line up on the other side of the field in gym clothes. Some are on their phones, a few stretch and warm up. AJ runs up to join them. Coach Nash, mid-40s, a man with silver hair, walks up to the front of the lineup. With a cane and a slight limp, he stands tall and bold.
Thank you for coming to the tryouts. What I'm looking for is promise. Even the wimpiest kids are of interest to me if you show that you're willing to work hard.
He looks at all the kids in the eyes. They all stand up straight in fear, lined up like the military.
I don't want you to fight to get on our team. I want you to pretend you're already a part of our team and you're fighting to stay. Now, get out of here. 40-yard dash. Go!
Coach Nash blows his whistle. The kids all line up on the track. Elijah, AJ, and Noah, ready up next to each other. They give each other a look of determination. The whistles blow, and immediately the kids go running.
Agility!
In front of them are cones laid out. The whistle blows, and they all begin to weave across the cones. Cut 2. Then, tires are laid out flat. One by one, they all begin to run through the tires. AJ stands waiting, out of breath. As Elijah finishes in front of him, he sucks in a narrow breath and closes his eyes. He almost falls over, then steadies himself. He imagines wooden poles smacking the floor and clapping together in a rhythm. A traditional Filipino folk song starts playing in his head. He pretends he's performing Talingaling, a dance. He dances over the tires with great agility, his feet not getting caught in the poles, he dances over. He has a wide grin. As they all go through the rest of the training, AJ, who once struggled, is now able to go through with ease and speed, despite his small frame and exhaustion. Coach Nash watches him go through the obstacles, a straight face. He nods.
Strength.
Now, the football dummies stand in front of them, lined up like a wall. Coach Nash blows his whistle as they all tackle the dummies. Elijah tackles the dummy with force, knocking it over. Noah tackles the dummy and begins playfully beating it up. As AJ begins to run towards the dummy, his feet falter. He is lightheaded and disoriented. The lack of food and stress is catching up to him. He falls towards the dummy head first. He and the dummy tumble to the ground. AJ can't get up. As his ears ring and his sight blurs, he sees Elijah and Noah run over to him. Coach Nash looks over and reaches his hand out. AJ reaches back up. Everything goes black. In a dreamlike state, AJ, now 4 years old, sneaks up to his mom in the kitchen. He hops across the tiles, cold to the touch. He reaches his mother, placing his little feet on top of hers to escape the cold. He looks up at Beatrice busily on the phone. Beatrice seems upset.
Mama?
Just 1 second, my love.
Beatrice holds her hand against the speaker and wipes her eyes.
I'm hungry, Mama.
Beatrice weakly smiles at him.
Do you want to order takeout? Mama's too tired to cook right now.
Younger AJ nods excitedly. Beatrice walks across the kitchen tiles, holding AJ's hands as he balances on her feet. She picks him up and seats him on the couch in front of the TV.
I want pizza.
Then I'll order you pizza.
Can I have pineapple and ham on mine?
Whatever you want.
Beatrice walks back into the kitchen and picks up the phone again, with a stressed look on her face. Younger AJ watches as he kicks his feet. He watches his mother on the phone in the kitchen.
I know, Mom. I can't go home. AJ just started school. I don't know when I'll be able to go home. I'm sorry. I'll send you the money for the flowers. For Dad.
Softly, AJ can hear Lola yell over the phone. Beatrice looks at AJ and gives him a weak smile.
Who are you talking to?
Your grandmother. Mom, it's not. You aren't listening to me.
Beatrice continues to argue over the phone and goes upstairs. We turn back to see younger AJ is now the current age of AJ and is standing at the bottom of the stairs watching his mother. He cries silently like a little kid. The memory fades. AJ wakes up, sitting up in the school's nurse's office. He has an ice pack on his head. He touches his head and winces in pain. He hears Beatrice in the other room talking to the school nurse. Cautiously, he gets up and opens the door. Beatrice sits in a chair talking to the school nurse at her desk. Once she sees AJ at the door, she runs up to him and squeezes him tightly.
Hi. Are you okay? Or did you get hurt badly?
Ow.
Beatrice lets go and examines his bruised head and gently brushes his hair.
What happened?
You passed out during your football tryouts. The nurse called and said you were dehydrated and had nothing in your system.
AJ looks down sadly, feeling defeated.
Can I go back?
The nurse gets up. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm going to have to send you home. You aren't fit to exercise. Get some rest, eat something hearty. You'll feel better soon. AJ clenches his fist.
But I feel fine now.
AJ wobbles a bit. Beatrice catches him.
I'm bringing you home. God, I was so worried about you and
Beatrice guides AJ out of the office and thanks the nurse. AJ drags his feet down the hall. As he steps out of the school, he looks over to the now empty football field. He looks over at his mom, who is already waiting in the driver's seat. AJ gets in the car, and his mom drives off, borderline speeding. AJ looks over at Beatrice, whose eyes are darting all over the road, head turning as she inspects every elderly person they pass by.
Are you alright, Mom?
Me? Yeah, of course. I'm more worried about you.
The car pulls into the driveway. Beatrice rushes out of the car and fumbles with her keys to open the front door. AJ catches up with her, unsure of her rush. He walks inside and begins to pull his dirty shoes off.
God, I thought she would be back by now.
Beatrice runs her hand through her hair.
Where's Lola? I need to talk to her. To apologize.
Beatrice turns around and takes a deep breath.
Your Lola is... I don't know where she is. She's missing.
She never came home?
No. Well, yes, she did at first, but then... It's a long story, but not now. We need to go back out. I need to look for her.
But where could she be?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Stressed, Beatrice pushes through the front door.
Hurry.
AJ puts his shoes back on and runs after her, shoelaces still untied. Transition to exterior Cali suburb continuous. Beatrice and AJ knock on every single door on the block. They are either met with no response or an array of different people / households that don't offer much helpful information. Met with no advancement in their search, Beatrice decides to shift gears. Cut to interior Beatrice's car continuous. Beatrice and AJ drive around town. It's silent for a moment.
Has Lola ever done this before?
No. Never.
She thinks for a moment.
At least I don't think she has. Not here.
She looks out the window.
Has she?
I don't know, I'm asking you. You know her better than I do.
Silence.
Mom?
Yes.
Are you mad at me?
What? No. No, of course not.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you even ask?
Because this is all my fault. I was a little...
AJ looks for the proper word.
I was a turd. A big turd. I made her leave. She never wants to see me again. She hates me.
Don't say that. Of course she doesn't hate you. You're her only grandson.
If I'm the only grandson, then I'm her least favorite one.
Beatrice stops at a red light.
I wanted to apologize to her, but I couldn't even figure that out. I was gonna ask you for help.
AJ opens up his backpack and searches for his card.
Honestly, she probably doesn't even want to hear from me or even look for her.
What do you mean?
This is all my fault.
He looks down at the crumpled up card. He opens it and it's blank.
It's complicated.
She looks over at him and the card.
I know the feeling of guilt.
Beatrice reaches her hand over and brushes his hair. AJ looks up at his mom. There's that feeling of knowing, a connection between a mother and son. A car honks. Beatrice continues driving. Transition to exterior Cali Beach, moments later. Beatrice and AJ are outside on the beach looking for any sign of Lola. AJ avoids the high tide.
You think she came here?
Maybe.
If she was, wouldn't there be footprints?
I thought there would be, but
Beatrice turns around. The tide crashes on the shore, their footprints disappearing in the even sands.
Does Lola like the beach? Is that why?
I grew up near water. I thought she'd look for something familiar, but even if she did come here, she would probably say something like, the beaches in the Philippines are much better.
Think she went to her home?
Impossible. She couldn't even find the nearest grocery store without help. What makes you think that she could find her way to an airport?
Beatrice looks out at the ocean, the loud crashing of the water. She wades deeper into the water, letting her pants get wet. Transition to exterior shopping outlet, moments later. Beatrice, in the car, weaves through a parking lot. AJ peers out the window, looking at every elderly person. Cut to interior grocery store, continuous. Beatrice talks to the store clerk. The worker shakes his head. Beatrice goes up to the butcher.
Did you see an elderly Asian woman? No. This tall,
She holds her hand up to her own height.
barefoot, might be disoriented or talking Tagalog?
Yeah, one came in this morning asking for some fish head. Told her we don't got it.
Did you see her again recently?
Nope, sorry lady. Beatrice sighs and walks away. AJ looks up and down every single aisle looking for Lola. At the same time, he eyes the snack aisle.
Augustine, we are going.
AJ blushes red out of embarrassment as he runs out of the store with Beatrice. People stare and turn their heads. Cut to interior, Beatrice's car, continuous. Back on the road.
Shouldn't we just call 911 or put up some missing posters?
We don't have time for posters right now, AJ. And missing person reports are 24 hours after. We don't have that sort of time. Anyways, I don't want to startle her by dragging her back home in a police car.
Well, where can we look now? We exhausted our only two options. She could be anywhere, lost.
Beatrice furrows her eyebrows and pulls over. She gets out of the car.
Do you think she's visiting someone's grave? Do we know someone here?
No, we don't know anyone here, but she might be visiting someone though.
Which is...
Beatrice scans her eyes across the cemetery. It's empty, not a single soul there. It begins to drizzle. Beatrice gets back in the car. AJ follows.
Who died?
It doesn't matter now, they aren't here.
Beatrice begins to drive off. As she's reversing, she catches AJ's frustrated face.
Your Lolo, my tata.
You never talk about Lolo.
What is there to talk about? You never knew him.
You say the same thing about Dad.
Beatrice huffs.
If I were here to talk to you about your dad, there wouldn't be very nice things. Look, I had to choose between my tata and your father. And in the end, I lost both. Your grandmother, she forgot about tata passing away. I had to remind her.
Mom,
Well, what was I supposed to do? Lie to her? Make her believe that he's still alive? She just started panicking and then we argued.
you started fighting?
Yeah,
About?
everything. Even the stuff she and I never knew about.
The sky is darkened and the rain falls down hard on the windshield.
Did you argue about me?
Sort of. Not exactly. More about how she thinks I'm a bad mother. And I think she meant to say I'm a bad daughter too.
I think you're a great mother.
They sit in the car in silence. Beatrice's eyes tear up, but she quickly wipes them away. Cut to exterior Tondo district, slums of Metro Manila, 1990, moments later. The water crashes against the boats and the dock near the shore. The palm trees shake their leaves like a warning signal. The scrap houses that once lined the streets are lost in the fog. Bare feet walk through the mud. The rain pours down as Lola makes her way through the streets. In the distance, a light is seen. Her old house with the lights on illuminates a path. A male shadowy figure is seen near the windows.
Di ko umalis.
Lola struggles to make her way through the light, dragging her feet against the floor and wind pushing against her, causing her cardigan to fly away. As she gets closer, a familiar warm melody is heard. She makes her way to the door and tries to slide it open. It doesn't budge.
Mahal, papasukin mo ko.
Lola uses all her might, but this door still won't open. She looks inside through the window. The shadowy figure moves around inside. Lola cries out and bangs on the window.
Please na kita, please. Hayaan mo akong makapasok sa mga kita.
Lola goes back to the door and leans on the soaked wood. She falls to her knees. She looks back to the window and the shadowy figure is gone. The light flickers, then turns off. Suddenly, a bright light flashes in the eyes of Lola. Everything goes white. Transition 2. Interior, mom and pop grocery store, same. Cristiano turns around the open sign to closed. He takes a look out at the rain pouring down. He locks the door, finishes counting the register, sweeping and restocking. He turns off the radio and goes to turn the lights off. As he does, he hears bangs against the glass door. Startled, Cristiano backs away. He looks at his young daughter.
Go to your brother.
The little girl runs to the back door and up the stairs. Cristiano quickly flicks off the lights and waits. He hears screaming followed by more banging. He grabs a flashlight and creeps towards the door. A hunched over figure stands at the door, drenched from the rain. He approaches it and calls out.
Hello? Hello, can I help you?
No response. Then an incoherent cry is heard. Cristiano flashes his flashlight at the mysterious figure. The figure cries in fear. It's Lola. Mud stains go up to her ankles. Drenched in rain, she shivers. Her eyes look confused and scared, face covered in tears and snot. She wails out noises.
Umbrella?
Cristiano drops the flashlight and fumbles with his keys to unlock the door. He helps Lola inside.
What are you doing out in this rain? Are you alright? What happened?
Lola wails and grabs onto Cristiano tight.
Aking esposo.
What? Your husband? What happened?
Bumalik ka. Bumalik ang esposo ko. Please, please, huwag mo akong iwan.
Excuse me, Umbrella, I don't know what you're saying. Husband what?
Lola weeps into Cristiano's chest. The water and mud soak into his clothes.
Let me get you something dry.
Cut to interior apartment above grocery store. Moments later, Lola sits on a couch wrapped in a blanket. She continues to cry out and wail over and over again.
Saan ka nagpunta? Saan ka?
Cristiano places a hot mug of coffee in front of Lola.
Some cafe will help. Do you like it sweet?
Lola nods.
I know it.
Lola shakily holds the coffee mug and slowly sips the coffee. Cristiano watches. The little girl creeps out of her bedroom and peers into the living room. Cristiano gives her a comforting nod. Lola sees the little girl and calls out.
Anak ko, ang aking maliit na Beatrice.
The little girl nervously comes closer. Lola holds the little girl's hands.
Batang bata, tamis.
The little girl looks confused.
I'm not Beatrice, I'm Nati.
Hindi, kilala kita. Ikaw ang Beatrice ko.
The little girl runs away from Lola and holds onto Cristiano, scared.
Papa, what's all that noise?
Noah walks out into the living room. He stares at Lola, confused.
What is this?
This is Abuela. Well, not your Abuela. I helped you today. She came into the store, and then all of a sudden she showed up in the rain, crying and in distress. She won't tell me her name. She keeps crying about her husband. At least that's what I can make out.
Lola turns to Noah and beckons him over.
Hindi ko natatanda ang sobrang tangkad na pala.
Lola claps her hands in delight.
Sa wakas, makinig ka rin. Makinig ka rin sa akin. Kinain mo ba ang iyong veggies?
Noah looks at Cristiano, weirded out.
What are you gonna do with her?
I don't know, but I couldn't just leave her in the rain.
Lola goes back to enjoying her coffee.
Now she keeps calling your hermana Beatrice and you AJ.
Noah thinks long and hard until a light bulb pops into his head.
AJ. Beatrice?
Yes, do you know her?
As in Jay Ski, my besto friendo, and his mom?
Are you sure?
Who else do you know named AJ?
Before Cristiano can answer,
See? Exactly.
transition to interior, Beatrice's car continuous. Nighttime, the loud pattern of the rain hitting the car. Beatrice's car is parked on the side of a California 1 highway.
You really want to drive across the whole highway?
To find your Lola? Yes.
That will take days.
Do you have any better ideas?
AJ freezes.
God, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do anything else.
I could call 911.
I knew I should have gotten her phone, but no, Mother knows best. Nana doesn't need a phone.
I'm calling.
Beatrice stressfully rambles as AJ goes to open his phone. He begins to dial 911 until his phone rings. Incoming call from Know-It-All Noah displays in a banner. AJ goes to hang up.
AJ?
AJ's gut told him to pick up.
What's up?
AJ, I have something important to tell you.
What is it now, Noah?
It's your grandma.
Wait, what?
Beatrice looks over at AJ.
Who are you talking to?
AJ turns to Beatrice and puts his finger over her mouth, actively listening.
She came to the store, like, banging on the door and stuff. She's fine now, she's inside.
In the background, Lola is heard wailing. AJ lets out a sigh of relief.
So, what is it?
It's Lola.
Huh? How did Lola know your phone number?
No, I mean, it's Noah. Lola is with Noah.
What? How?
I don't know.
You still there?
Yeah, I am.
Well, come here soon.
Why, is she getting worse?
Kind of.
I'm on my way. See you soon.
AJ hangs up. Beatrice turns the car on and speeds off, headlights shining through the darkness and rain.
How do we get her home?
Well, we are driving there now.
Do you really think she will want to go with us? What if she refuses?
I will drag her home if I have to. Kicking and screaming. I've done it once, I can do it again.
Promise you will never make me do this again once you're old?
Promise.
Good. But even if you did, I'd drive across this whole highway. No, the whole country.
Even take a plane?
I would.
Beatrice tightly grabs AJ's hands as they turn off the exit of the highway. Cut to interior mom and pop grocery store moments later. Beatrice and AJ run out into the rain and knock on the door. Noah unlocks the door.
Where is she?
Noah points up the stairs. Beatrice runs up the stairs. Noah turns to AJ.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
Noah sticks his hand out to shake hands. AJ grabs his hand and pulls him in for a tight hug. AJ smiles at him and runs up the stairs. As he reaches the top of the stairs, Beatrice kneels in front of Lola, holding her hands, crying.
God, I'm so glad you're okay.
Beatrice leans her head on Lola's legs. Lola looks down, confused.
Beatrice,
Oh, Lila, it's me, Beatrice.
why did you come back? I thought you said you were leaving?
No, you left.
Lola looks around the room, confused as Beatrice weeps in her lap.
You got so big. How? Where am I?
You're coming home, Nanai. We're in America now. California, remember?
But then why?
Lola looks at AJ, who is still standing at the top of the stairs. AJ bites his lip and holds back his tears. Lola softly smiles and gestures him to come over. AJ runs over and hugs her tightly. He sobs, mumbling, "I'm sorry."
Why are you crying, dear? You're not a baby anymore.
Lola holds him and pats his back like one does to a toddler.
I'm so sorry, Lola. I'm a horrible grandson. I will never defy you again. Anything you say. I will eat anything you make, no matter how weird it is. Just don't do that again. You scared me.
Lola looks at him confused.
I mean, your food isn't weird. It's delicious. I love it.
Lola lets out a soft laugh.
You look so much like your Lolo.
Beatrice gets up off her knees. Lola looks back at Beatrice. Her face shifts from warm to cold. It all plays back in Lola's head. She begins to remember.
Let's go home. I'm sure these very kind people don't need us intruding for so long.
You have nothing else to say to me?
I have so many things to say, but
Beatrice looks over at Noah, Nadi, and Christiana.
can we talk about it at home? Please?
Why don't you, your family comes over to our home?
What?
What?
You have taken such good care of me when I was unwell. Let us host your lovely family. It's the least that we could do for you. Come, have dinner with us.
That sounds so nice, Mother. But is there really enough room for all of us?
Please, Mom. Could they come over?
Maybe not tonight.
I haven't been over in so long, but I don't know if my dad will.
That sounds pleasant. We will be honored to come over. You're still grounded, but you can come with us.
Noah and AJ dap each other up.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Nanai?
Why wouldn't it?
We have so much to discuss.
If it is so much, then let's discuss over dinner. I'm hungry after all.
Beatrice hesitates but looks at how happy AJ and Noah are and watches Lola and Cristiano happily discuss.
Okay. Okay.
Cut to interior Beatrice's car, continuous. Beatrice drives back home with Lola in the passenger seat. Cristiano, Nati, Noah, and AJ are all crammed in the back seat. Beatrice puts her hand on Lola's knee. Lola crosses her arms and shifts away. Cut to interior living room continuous. Beatrice unlocks the front door and takes her shoes off.
Make yourself at home. Please let me know if you need anything.
AJ and Noah run inside, taking their shoes off quickly. Nati calls after them.
Wait for me.
Nati fumbles to get the Velcro off her shoes. Cristiano helps her get her shoes off. She runs off giggling.
You have a lovely home, Beatrice.
Oh, I try. It's not much.
Lola makes her way to the kitchen.
Ma, bath first. I will start the water for you.
Ang pagkain ay hindi nalulutong kusa.
My son and I will help. Please, before you catch a cold. Excuse us.
Beatrice leads Lola into the bathroom and starts the shower for her, checking the water temperature.
I'm fine.
Mom,
Beatrice checks the water temperature again as the bathroom steams up.
the water's good now. Get in.
Lola gets in the water reluctantly.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll be right here.
Beatrice puts on the toilet seat and sits.
Okay na ako.
You say that now, but what if you fall?
Lola washes the dirt off her feet.
You really scared me, Nanai. You could have gotten lost or hurt.
No response.
I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm not. I meant everything I said. I'm not denying that, but
She thinks of the best way to communicate what she wants to say.
the distress I may have caused you, I'm sorry for that. I couldn't have lied to you about that. You understand that, right?
The sound of the pattering walls, water fills the room. The mirror fogs up.
There are so many things I want to say to you. I just don't know how. I just want to be there for you, for AJ. I would pick up AJ's dirty socks off the floor for forever if I could. Bring him to school, ask him how his day was, but I know that won't last forever. The same way I wasn't his age forever. If I could just be in that house again, helping Tatai tie the hook on the line when his hands couldn't, knowing you would give me pocket change to get candy at the sari sari, not having to worry about a thing, but I can't. And I think I've accepted it already, but every day I'm proven wrong. AJ will be a little taller than me one day. It's beautiful and it's terrifying. To see him leave the house one day, I would hope he would come and visit me. But I also want him to go out there and live. I want him to make mistakes and then come back to me and complain how much adulting sucks. And then maybe I will still feel like I can do something for him. Be useful. Does that sound about right, Nai?
The water stops running. Beatrice hands Lola a towel and rope through the shower curtain while looking down. Eventually, she pulls the shower curtain back.
Alam ko. At the same time, hindi ko maintindihan kung ano nangyayari sa ulo mo.
Beatrice helps Lola out of the bathtub.
Akala ko naintindihan mo rin yun.
Lola opens the bathroom door and heads to the bedroom.
I need to start dinner. Do you want to help me?
Of course I do.
Beatrice wipes down the foggy mirror and looks at herself. She smiles. Transition 2, interior kitchen continuous. Beatrice grabs some green string beans, onions, serrano peppers, and garlic from the fridge. She looks around the fridge looking for something.
Where are we now?
Nanai, I got everything you said you needed, but I don't know where the pork belly is.
Lola moves Beatrice aside.
Okay. Let me look.
She looks around the fridge, moving stuff aside. Not there. She opens the freezer and pulls out a frozen brick of pork belly.
Ito, nahanap ko na.
She places it on the counter, and it sounds like cement hitting the floor.
There's no way we can defrost that before it's time for dinner.
Let's just microwave it.
Beatrice opens the fridge again.
It won't fit in the microwave. Plus, it will still be frozen in the center. Let's just make something else.
But every other meat is frozen.
Then why don't we make something without meat?
A meal isn't a meal without a meat. That's like eating without rice.
Come on, Mom, not everything has to have meat in it.
As Lola and Beatrice slightly bicker, AJ runs down the stairs and rummages through the cupboards.
Do you need something, AJ?
Just a snack. Ah,
AJ pulls out the chiron Lola bought earlier. He rips the bag open and is about to pop one in his mouth.
Oh, we can use this.
Beatrice grabs the bag of chicharon.
In adobong sitaw?
I was gonna eat those.
Lola can make you a snack. We need this.
You sure I can't have a piece?
AJ reaches for the bag.
Leave your mom alone. I will make you snack.
Fine.
Beatrice kisses AJ's forehead.
Thank you. You're a genius.
AJ runs off.
I'll be waiting for that snack.
We move into a cooking montage. Beatrice begins to wash and cut the ends off the green beans, Lola watching carefully to make sure Beatrice does not cut too much off. While micromanaging at first, Lola eventually backs off. As Beatrice finally slices up the onions, she begins to tear up. Lola comes over to take over. Beatrice begins sauteing as Lola washes up the rice.
Taste this.
Beatrice grabs a spoonful of the stew and blows on it for her. Lola tastes it. Lola splashes more soy sauce in the pan. She tries it again. Lola nods. Transition to interior AJ's bedroom continuous. His room is a typical preteen boy room. Football posters on the walls, along with a Philippine flag displayed up top. AJ and Noah are yelling and exclaiming as they play Street Fighter ripoff, as Nati watches on the bed. The bedroom door opens and a gentle knock is heard. Lola doesn't announce herself, but softly sets the plate down on the table. It's a plate of assorted fruit, mangoes, strawberries, and blueberries. The fruit is cut up meticulously and neat. Lola leaves silently. AJ eventually notices the plate of fruit. He grabs the mango and eats it messily with juice all over his mouth. Overly distracted, he loses the game. He doesn't care. He is content. Cut to interior kitchen continuous. Beatrice adds the final touch to dinner, the piece of charon. Lola looks over her shoulder and nods proudly. She plates up the adobong sitaw with charon, placing it on the dinner table. They also set a large sharing bowl of rice and sides of eggplant salad and lumpia.
AJ, halika. Halika dito, ngayon na.
AJ hears Lola call and run downstairs.
Dinner time.
Everybody gathers around the dinner table. The main 3 chairs are there, along with 3 extra plastic folding chairs.
Is this chicharrones?
Yes. I hope everything is to your liking. I know everything is more of our cuisine, but
Whoa, this all looks good.
Sit, sit.
Lola sits down.
Cristano, come. You can sit next to Beatrice.
Lola raises her eyebrows and smiles at Beatrice. Beatrice immediately knows what's going on.
Nanay.
Cristiano sits between Lola and Beatrice. Lola exchanges a knowing glance.
Kain na.
AJ stares at the adobong sitaw, unsure. He takes a seat and gulps. They all say grace, but AJ cannot keep his eyes off the main dish. Beatrice serves him his own plate. He picks up a spoon, scoops up some of the adobo sitaw, and with a bite of rice. He closes his eyes. Trying to reassure himself, he takes a bite. His eyes pop wide open. He continues to eat heartily, scooping more bites into his mouth. Eventually, he abandons the spoon and eats with his hands. He quickly finishes his plate and looks at Beatrice. Beatrice is watching happily. Lola grabs AJ's plate and serves him more food.
Kain lang kayo ng kain. Huwag mahiya.
AJ doesn't know what Lola said, but he knows the feeling behind it. He eats his second plate merrily at a slower pace. They continue sharing and chatting happily. They pass dishes across the table to each other. Noah and Nati dance happily in their chairs for the good food.
It was so familiar. I mean, this is amazing. Thank you.
I wasn't sure about the green bean, but it's so good. I never knew veggies could be just so yummy.
Thank you, Lola. I love it. Do you think you could make it again for me tomorrow?
Me? Don't thank me. Your mom made it. It came out good, right?
Lola turns to Beatrice, who is shyly looking down.
She even used my secret ingredient.
Beatrice looks up. Everyone is turned towards her and complimenting her. She understands that feeling. She remembers what Lola said earlier.
To make anybody who ate it feel appreciated. I was.
Important.
Beatrice smiles.
Of course, if it wasn't for you, AJ, we wouldn't have been able to make this dinner happen.
Oh, I would never think of making sitaw like this.
You have to teach me how to make this. I need to make it here for my family.
If Lola can teach me.
I will,
Promise?
of course.
They continue to merrily eat, AJ happily taking seconds. When he notices Lola about to serve herself seconds, he grabs her plate and serves it for her. A silent return of a thank you act. Once they finish up eating, Beatrice cleans up, Lola begins to grab a few plates.
I got it, Nanay.
Then what shall I do?
Whatever makes you happy.
Lola ponders on what to do, then goes to the living room where Cristiano is watching television. AJ helps Beatrice wash the dishes.
So did you and Lola talk?
Yeah, we did. I think everything will be okay. Did you guys talk yet?
No. I don't know. I'm scared of upsetting her again.
Talk to her. It's better than not saying anything. Trust me, I know.
Beatrice finishes washing up the dishes.
I forgot to ask. How was school today, hon?
It was fine.
Beatrice raises an eyebrow.
It was the worst. First, I have like 5 assignments due tomorrow. A giant project to start on. I was starving all day. That might have been my fault. Then I had the cafeteria food and it made me sick. But it's okay because Noah and Elijah gave me some of their lunch. And then I was a doofus in front of my teacher because I wasn't paying attention. Because I was busy making a card for Lola, which I ended up trashing. This is biology, not arts and crafts. And then I passed out at football tryouts.
Sounds like you had a long day again, dear.
I did, and the day isn't even over yet.
Did you hear back from the coach?
No, and I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Beatrice ruffles his hair.
Well, if you need anything, your mama's right here for you.
AJ wraps his arms around his mom.
I just have unfinished business before I start my other stuff.
AJ looks over at Lola, laughing with Cristiano at the TV show. AJ walks over to the living room. Noah and Napi runs up to him.
Ready for a round 2 of Know the Great to kick your butt?
I want to play next.
Not right now, in a little bit.
AJ walks past them and heads up to Lola.
Can we talk, Lola?
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Maybe here isn't the best place to.
I don't see the problem. I'm comfortable.
AJ looks at Cristiano, Noah, and Napi as he rubs his hands nervously.
About this morning,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pasensya na po. Tanga ako.
Lola holds his hands
Pasensya.
gently and slowly enunciates.
Pasensya na po.
Pasensya na po.
Pasensya na po, AJ. Maaring matigas ang ulo ko minsan, pero naiintindihan kita.
I don't understand.
It's okay. You don't need to understand me.
Lola looks in his eyes. AJ avoids eye contact. When AJ connects with her, he takes Lola's hands and brings it to his forehead while slightly bowing. Mama both.
I want to karaoke. Anak, can you change the TV to the karaoke for me?
Beatrice responds from the other room.
Right now?
Yeah.
Coming!
Lola excitedly gets up and starts singing and moving her feet, dancing.
You got the karaoke machine?
Beatrice walks over and fumbles with the black box below the TV. The news channel switches to an early 2000s karaoke display with neon lights and dancing cartoon characters. She blows the dust off the microphones.
The greatest invention in the Philippines. Besides Halo Halo.
Lola grabs a microphone and taps it.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Lola punches in numbers and a songbook begins. A song begins playing. Christiana, Napi, and Noah flip through a songbook. AJ begins to head upstairs.
Where are you going? Join us.
I have bigger fish to fry.
Lola stares blankly, confused.
Where?
I have schoolwork calling my name. Maybe later.
AJ heads into his room.
Oh, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life.
Lola sings loudly in the background. The reverb setting is too high.
You are the dancing queen.
Beatrice grabs a microphone and sings along with her, dancing and laughing. Loud feedback plays. As the music and singing continue to play loudly, Cristiano and Lola sing a duet. A phone is heard ringing from the kitchen.
I got it.
Beatrice picks it up. Cut to interior, AJ bedrooms. AJ's bedroom, continuous. AJ shuts his textbook and stretches. The music from the living room can be heard faintly. AJ heads downstairs. Cut to interior, living room, continuous. AJ heads down the stairs. Beatrice is at the bottom of the steps holding the phone.
AJ, it's for you.
AJ grabs the phone and plugs his ears.
Hello?
AJ?
The singing continues to go on. Noah goes to look for AJ, about to head to his bedroom. When Noah finds him sitting on the steps, AJ is done with the phone call.
There you are. Who are you talking to?
Coach Nash.
What did he say?
I made it. I'm on the team.
The two boys squeal like little girls, excitedly running up and down the stairs like animals and chest bumping.
I knew it! Are you gonna tell your mom and abuela?
In a bit.
AJ watches Lola and Beatrice dance and laugh. Beatrice sees AJ is out of his room and gestures him to come join. He sets the phone down and runs over to join them in singing and dancing. Fade to black. Fade in. Interior kitchen/dining room next morning. AJ comes downstairs with dripping wet hair. He joins Beatrice and Lola at the table, an array of pancakes, bacon, and eggs for breakfast. AJ devours his breakfast. He quickly grabs his backpack and puts his shoes on at the doorstep. As he's about to head out, he turns around and goes to Beatrice, who's holding his lunchbox.
I love you.
AJ grabs his lunchbox as Beatrice kisses his cheek.
I love you, honey. Go kick butt.
AJ goes to the front door and reaches for the doorknob. He hesitates for a moment. AJ knocks on Lola's bedroom door and opens the photo. Lola sits on her bed looking at a photo of Tate.
Lola, I'm going now.
Lola looks up.
I love you. Ingat.
I love you too.
He comes over and does the mano po. He runs out the door and catches the bus. Cut to interior school bus continuous. He walks past the aisles filled with teens and spots Noah and Elijah in the back. AJ plops down between the two.
You ready for practice?
Hell yeah.
Did your mom pack you some extra lumpia?
AJ unzips his lunchbox and sees the leftovers from last night's dinner.
My mom packed extra for all of us.
AJ takes out an aluminum foil and hands it to Noah and Elijah. Noah quickly unwraps it and bites into the lumpia.
Did I miss something or what?
AJ and Noah turn to Elijah.
Oh, you missed a lot.
Cut to exterior, Cali suburb, sidewalk continuous. The school bus drives off. Lola and Beatrice make their way out of the house together.
You never told me what your secret ingredient was.
It's love for the person eating your food.
They walk down the sidewalk. Lola holding onto Beatrice's arm. The sky is a bright blue. It's a new day. Fade to black. The end.
Until somebody peeks their head in here and tells me to get the hell out of here. Ready for the first and quick theater meeting. If you are here with us, we will just need your help stacking chairs at the end and breaking up the tables if you could. But real quick, first of all, great work, Jesse. I would love some quick thoughts from you. First thing that comes to you here in the school.
The visuals were amazing. The visuals that were being, but I had to just sit here and just, because if I just, it was amazing. I was thoroughly engrossed the whole entire time. You did a great job.
Other feedback, popcorn it off top of your head. Go ahead.
I don't know how to say, like, it went a lot faster than I expected. And I thought it was really good.
Awesome. Any other feedback, popcorn it for you. Yes.
It was really cool to see all like the Asian family-isms like play out throughout the script, and it felt very relatable.
Yes, say something.
There was a lot of beautiful cultural depths that you don't actually see in mainstream about this culture. That just, and then even earlier when they were trying to discuss with each other the Spanish and Tagalog, it was like, huh? Like there's so many beautiful moments that I never even knew would like existed in our world that is cultural, based on the culture. Like even from him to not wanting to smell like oil. Like there's just something you just don't think about that people go through, or that is a life experience, and the reason why and how it transforms them, makes them move in the world. It's just, like I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
I love how you bridge that beautiful moment moment that it transferred anyone, this family experience that is happening, even though it's specific about a specific culture. It's a moment when I said to Jesse, we're together all here, is that this isn't a family story. So anyone can, though it's specific to a culture. And it was beautiful to hear the language spoken.
Yes,
So I've been working with Jesse all year on this, and I'm like, okay, so to hear it spoken was beautiful. Other people that you just stuff for Jesse, feedback for Jesse. What resonated? A word that might be resonating with you? A scene that might have stood out for you?
I'll say, I love the way that, I mean, we have like 24 hours in a day. Obviously, this was only 90 minutes. But the way you captured the entire story in just like a day, it was just beautifully done. Really great job.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's funny you should say that. I just realized it is 24 hours in a day. It's
Right.
like 24 hours, like, it's great.
That the beautiful visual of breakfast opening scene and breakfast closing scene, beautiful. It's beautiful because the second I was sitting here, like I was doing the visuals, I heard the pancakes. I was like, oh! I got so happy because he got the chance to have what he wanted while still going to school and giving his friends, his culture. Like it's, yeah, so many great visuals.
So for my actors who don't often might get work that is suited for you, how did it feel to read work that was actually written for you, for your voice? If anybody wants to offer a jump in on that, I'm just curious. That's important about the work we do in Writing for Diversity and Equity Theater and Media.
I actually grew up in West Covina, California, where this was set. So it was really cool, and I kind of, this whole, like, Beatrice as a character is kind of like my mom, so I kind of just, like, channeled my mom. It was really cool to, like, read. I don't think I've really been in a show or, like, a little reading where there are mostly, like, people of color in the cast, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's funny when I was taking the picture, I was like, oh, this resonates for my work. Right? That's what I was saying. Other people, what would you share as actors, artists? One compliment I will give you, because we haven't had people, is the voice, the dialogue. It is written in young people. It was so natural for your actors. Like, it sounded like young people. It didn't sound like somebody trying to write like young people. Got it. They go, get out, I gotta run. Any other artists? Hannah.
So my grandma, she's from the Philippines, and I felt myself like reading, and I was like, oh, like I was getting emotional. Like I had to take some moments, like while I was reading the stage directions, I was like, wow, like this is like genuinely like a conversation that has happened in my house, and especially the part when it was like, oh, like in the Philippines, it's not normal to say like you're sorry.
Yeah.
My mom like really talks about that a lot. She's like, yeah, like you're like Yaya just doesn't know how to take accountability, but like she will show up. Like if we get in a little argument, I will have a plate full of food like the next day. And so like I really resonated with that part specifically, and just like how you like portray Lola. Like I was just getting emotional over here, so it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else, artists, having the experience?
I could just relate to this script so much with my grandma. I'm not we definitely have cultural differences, but like it just felt so authentic even within my household. Seeing my mom and my grandma go at it, even though that sometimes my mom isn't as understanding as Beatrice. It's very relatable though, and I love to see that.
It's also just a very empathetic script towards everybody involved. Like you can see everybody's sides, and I think it's very refreshing and sweet because you remember that for as long as your grandparents have been living, they're also learning how to live.
Awesome. Ooh,
Yeah.
yes, please.
I mean, it made me miss my Lola.
Aw.
Like, I'm not very close with my family because they're all in California, and so I didn't grow up around them and Filipino culture, and I only introduced it myself in recent years. So getting to see like how I still saw myself in AJ with like a parent who, like I have a parent who doesn't really introduce me to Filipino stuff until now, and so getting to see AJ and like the Americanisms and like being like kind of like, wow, I'd kind of love to be in his position to like get to experience that food.
Right.
Wow, that just fascinating with me. And that whole first generation thing that you tapped into. How about the fight between Beatrice and Lola? This was a moment that Jesse and I had, and I kept saying, they gotta fight more! No, they gotta go for it! How did that work for you all? Because I heard some of you go, no, it didn't! No, it did not just snatch her face off. How did that work for anyone to provide us feedback? Because that was a new thing that we worked on last time before.
I think like older generations are much more blunt, and they don't like know how to sugarcoat things because they never really experienced that. So it kind of resonated with like I've seen my Lola and my mom fight. It was kind of like that, and like they always apologize or like make food for the other, but it's so so real and so relatable. It's just like I was getting emotional during the fight because it was like if that was me, if I was my mom and we were having this fight, it was like, oh wow, like this is really taking a toll on me, you know. But it's good.
So the culture thing I wanted to dig into a little bit, and I'll let other voices in a moment, is the fact that Lola would be, don't you dare compare what you went through with your husband. I buried my husband. And that would be, and I was very true, and I said, we gotta stay true to the, not that I'm Filipino, but I'm like, I do my work, it's like, we gotta stay true to the culture, because that would be the weapon that would be used in the moment. How dare you compare that? You walked away from your father. Is that what you're gonna teach your son? And so I really wanted us to get in there, because like, what is really at stake for Lola? And Jesse, you can please jump in if you want to add anything. Yes, please.
Even in that, to even hear B coming back towards her and saying things, because you were hearing throughout like a lot of the plays, she's just like, yes, mom, yes, mom, yes, mom. So to finally like have a space of where that snag hits, and there is that return, there is that no, like there's that breakthrough moment on her own, like no, I will say my part. This will be the truth. It will be my truth. Like, yeah, it again, something that's so culturally, it goes under any culture, especially when you have a grandparent from a specific type of location where they're used to, where there's a culture built around them that they've always only known. Like, that's why like that how dare you is so strong in its depth, because it's, do you not know who you're speaking to? Are you a dare? Like, yeah, it resonates in so many different ways and for so many different reasons.
And I want to yes in that, because Lola still held the power in the scene. Because of me just getting it off. I can't tell you to your face, but I'm gonna tell you off. Oh shit. Oh, she's not even here, so she still held the power. Which was, I thought was beautiful, that you as a writer is giving her that moment at the end in the bathroom. That she still said her piece, but said it in a way that was conducive for them to actually move the needle forward. Do you have any questions for us and specific things that you want to ask us? Because we're just leaving you with love right now. But I think we're going to keep going. But do you have specific things you'd like to know from us about
I feel I have a few, well, maybe just like a couple questions, but well, while this screenplay heavily focuses on the identity and racial aspects of my characters, I also wanted to include parts where they experience parts of life that almost anyone can experience and almost anyone can resonate. And for people who, well, basically for everyone besides my parents in the audience who aren't Filipino, are there any parts in the story that you resonated with, even if it wasn't pertaining to your culture, whether it be about the family relationship or the conversations? I just want to know what resonated to you and your own relationships with your family.
Sure. Is there?
Part of it was, it's not exactly the same, but I'm sort of AJ to my grandmother. So I know the feeling. But it was also like, I've had friends like them, so I know the feeling. But yeah.
I mean, I think you've done a really great job of creating situations that are universal with specifics that are maybe not specific, but like all the situations in this story were very much like, oh yeah, I have a parallel to that in my life. I think it's already kind of been spoken on, but especially like my mom and my grandma fight all the time. And it's very similar arguments to that. So I think what you have is universal, even if it's also very specific.
With friends, I have friends just like that, growing up in school. Food, my family is a big food culture. I'm Jamaican, so I eat food. And my grandmother has an onset of dementia as well, so it's kind of like what's going on here similarly, so I can resonate with all of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I think sometimes because we know that our experience comes from a specific place, be it a culture or whatnot, we forget that everyone has to wake up every day, everyone has family, everyone has to go to the bathroom, everyone has to eat. So no matter what lens we're telling the story from, we're telling it from something that is just profoundly human, right? There are differences, and there will be, because there's certain specific things, but the base, the truth is the same, right? Like I said, from dementia, from the feeling insecure about oneself growing up. There's all, and for whatever reasons why, these are storylines that we all can relate to. And again, like when she had the first memory blip, I actually almost started crying, because I've gone through that with dementia, and I remember when it first started happening to her, where it was just like it was confused. She would even describe those confusing moments of I don't even just know how the role just shifted and I was back here. And so to have to give that visual, like you touch on so many beautiful things. This was a very human story. It was very cultural, but it was a very human story.
Anyone else want to add to that towards Jesse's question?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just hearing like the boys talk, I'm like, oh my god, that's my little brother. Like I can see it so clearly, like that's Chance, I know it. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I'm just basically echoing everything everyone else says, but like, I mean, just thinking about the dynamic between Beatrice and Lola, everybody can relate to that. Like, that's my mom and my grandma. Even if it's not even my mom and my grandma, like that's my mom and my aunt.
Right.
Like sisters battle like that all the time. I think that conflict, that familial conflict, is just present in everybody's life, and I think he did a great job of making it authentic because sometimes it doesn't always end with an apology. And I think more than anything, that's what I related to the most.
So I'm gonna have one more statement for you, but I'm gonna ask everyone to think of one word you'd like Jessie to take away with about her work today. Just you think about it, why make this statement? You think about what that one word is. So a couple of things about the world that you created. The reason why I think this is such a great piece for you, because it's really dealing with a lot of stuff that, even though you deal with the cultural piece about being Filipino and that experience, but it has a contemporary feel because you're dealing with the sandwich generation. Those people who are getting older, raising kids, dealing with their parents getting older. You're dealing with a young person dealing with a person coming in, an older person coming in. What are we doing with that? You're dealing with death, you're dealing with unresolved issues. And these are all relatable things that are a human experience. Then the other thing that I think is a wonderful payoff is that you give us exposure to the Filipino culture. And what I love is that you didn't translate the word for us, that we had to sit and be in that experience. And then interpret between what was going between Beatrice and AJ. And we talk about this a lot in this program, about what does it feel like to be the other in the room. And what I'd say to the writers is that you don't have to make apologies if you're speaking about your own culture, if other people get othered in this room. It's how you make access for them to understand what's going on. Because what's important is your voices are important for what you have to say. And this experience that we just had today, which we talked about a lot this past year that we spent together, that we've got to see that it moves beyond any particular group. It moves to the human experience.
I want to add off, I have a question specifically for my mom and dad. How did it feel listening to hearing Tagalog in a movie script? How did it feel?
Pretty good. Yeah. But there is it's really culture and the values and respect for the parents and if it's a good script for that, because they give all those Filipino culture most of the time, and then also the values and respect for our grandparents. Yeah, and it's the most important aspect.
Okay. Any other question you have for us before I get our one word that we want you to take away?
I guess my other question is, like, while it's very obvious that family values are very specific to this script, I also wanted to put importance on the relationship between AJ and his friends Elijah and Noah, and I want to know what really stood out to you about their relationship and his relationship with his friends that he confides in.
That was real. These are real teenagers. I believe that these were real people. Like they were real people. Like their language, the dialogue, their exchange, the way they acted, the one with the McDonald's. He was like, yeah! And each actor played it at the level that the character was at. That just means you wrote them really well. That's my takeaway. Anyone else?
Second that. Yeah, no, it was written seamlessly. Especially to have three boy perspectives at that. You didn't, you know, make one that's just that extra caring, emotional. No, they were three real boys. But what? Huh? You don't like your grandma? You broke the vase. Like it was very authentic.
The line about the Xbox.
Right.
Like, if she broke my Xbox, I'm like, oh my god, what great perspective. What great perspective.
Right. It was an extremely realistic space. Everything about this had extreme realism. It was something that if you would have said you recorded somebody, followed their 24 hours, and that was exactly what happened, I would believe you. It was a very, very, very authentic storyline.
You just want us to say something bad to you?
No.
I tease them all the time. Okay, so one word, where each, hopefully everyone has a word to offer Jesse, but take away for Jesse, though, as far as moving this script forward. So one word, anyone can jump. Anyone?
Authentic.
Authentic. Let Jessica's gonna work. You're still recording this.
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, I was hoping so, because I chose not to record. Another word for Jesse to take away.
Kisha Tenketsu? I'll talk to you later about it.
Okay, another thing. Another.
We'll talk.
Right?
Love.
Love. Love. Ooh, yes. Isn't love, yes. Another word. Truth. Truth.
Home.
Home. Mm.
Comfort.
Comfort.
Food.
Food. Food. Good. Comfort and food. I'm so glad because there's no way I'm not hungry right now. Okay. Other words for Jesse. Things we want to share back. Emma?
Mine is technically like 2 words, but generational barriers.
Yeah.
That was shown beautifully.
Understanding.
Understanding. Anyone else? Any other offer for Jesse?
Human.
Human.
These had depth.
Depth. And I'm going to say the thing that matters the most. It's commercial, which means you can go get paid from this script. So sell this script already.
Yes.
So it's commercial, and you have that from the feedback that you received from the audience. Just so that you all know, this completes Jesse's work in the Writing for Diverse and Equity Intermediate program. Next week, Jesse will hand in final manuscript, but this is complete. You were done. That's right. You were completely done with classes. So Jesse now moves on to graduation. And if I may, Alfred, do you want to tell the people what's coming next for you in the fall? Should I?
Oh yes, I am going on to CCNY. I am going to be getting my master's in secondary English education.
And she learned that you successfully so we're very proud. And we'll be celebrating our seniors next week as they graduate on the 20th. I am very proud of your work, Jesse. Jesse is an amazing writer. Jesse can write this kind of human quality and write a very dark comedy. Seriously. Ask to read the play about the bloodthirsty nun. I'm gonna leave that one right there, okay? I'm so proud of you, Jesse. We all are. Congratulations. I told you it was a Stella story that you didn't believe me at. Let's give a big round of applause. Your company Against the Black. If Writing for Diversity, Equity, Intermediate, if you could pack cheers up and put it in on that stand right there for us. If I can get a picture with you and your company, that would be awesome. And then I'm going to have your parents join. Thank you all.
I understand.
Thank you so much. Great work.